Hello, Mark. Mark Vincent.
Hello po, sir.
Please lead us the opening prayer, Adin.
So let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, maraming salamat po sa umagang ito at sigurado po may matutunan na naman po kami. At sana po gabayan niyo po ang prof namin sa araw-araw at gabayan niyo din po kami sa mga araw-araw na gagawin namin. At sana po ligtas po kami sa mga sakit, lalo na po sa ilayon niyo po kami sa COVID. At yun lang po. Salamat po sa lahat. At yun lang po. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for the 9 students who are currently attending our class now. I know that it has been a challenge for you to manage your time, especially with the number of learning tasks or assessment tasks that you've been into. While I was reading your learning conversation and your team, I've read someone who I have read someone who have asked the condition of his members amid the many learning tasks that they need to attend to. I hope that the team activity I asked you to, in a way, have helped you cope up with all the academic requirements or learning requirements that your teachers or your courses have required you to complete this week. Okay, so as I have promised, today is the start of our discussion or our video lectures or Google Meet lectures on the different controversies as regards Philippine history. I already have checked your second learning task. I hope that you already have seen my feedback and you already have seen your score. There is one team who got a perfect score of 30 because they truly completed the worksheet so well with correct answers, with correct differences of the two contesting documents as regards Cavite Mutiny. So today we hope that we could be able to finish two topics, two controversies. The first one is the site of the first mass in the Philippines, and the second one is the Cavite Mutiny, whether it is a revolution to overthrow the Spanish government, or is it merely a labor issue of the workers or laborers of Cavite Arsenal? So these are the two controversies that we will try to examine, we will try to explore in today's meeting. So allow me then to, before we proceed to the lecture proper or to the discussion proper, may I know if there are questions as regards your score in the two learning tasks. You might want to ask clarifications as regards your score and as regards my comment in your two learning tasks last week. Are there any clarifications? Are there any questions as regards those tasks? Okay, since no one is responding, then I presume that that there are no clarifications or there are no questions as regards the way I have given you scores in the said task. May we now then proceed to our discussion on um, on the site of the first mass in the Philippines. This has always been an issue, okay, a controversy that we have to examine and that we have to know, especially that we're one of the two countries in Asia, okay, which official religion is Roman Catholicism, or one of the two Christian countries in Asia. The other one, before it's only the Philippines, but the other one is East Timor or Timor Leste, who got their independence in the early 2000s from Indonesia because of a different culture, unlike the rest of the Indonesia, that most of the Indonesians are Muslims, while that of Timor Leste or people of Timor Leste are purely Christian. So there are two Christian nations or Christian countries in Asia, that is the Philippines and Timor-Leste or East Timor. So allow me to share this presentation on the site of the first Mass in the Philippines. This is a controversy, as we have said, whether the first Mass in the Philippines took place in Butuan or in Lima, Sawa. Let me just repeat that again. To pronounce the name of this province, we pronounce it Butuan, not Butuan, okay, because that would give another meaning, okay? So it's Butuan, not Butuan. Okay, is it in Butuan or Limasawa, the site of the first Mass in the Philippines? Please take note that both the contesting documents as regards the site of the first Mass were purely referred from the account of Pigafetta. And as we all know, Antonio Pigafetta is the chronicler of Magellan's expedition, and it was through Magellan's expedition that the world has been circumnavigated by his assistant, no other than Sebastian Elcano. So again, all accounts as regards the site of the first Mass in the Philippines were referred from Pigafetta's account. In Pigafetta's account, this account clearly articulated that the first Mass in the Philippines was held on Easter Sunday, that was March 31, 1521, on an island called Mazawa. Okay, the name Mazawa is now a confusion, is now a controversy in the Philippine history, because there's Masao Butuan and there's also Limasawa, which is also near to the term Mazawa. And the account also mentioned about the two native chieftains who were in attendance during the Mass, the Raja or Raha of Mazawa and the Raha of Butuan. Okay, so there's Raha of Mazawa and Raha of Butuan. The term Raha of Butuan might have triggered writers of pro-Butuan accounts that indeed the first Mass in the Philippines took place in Butuan. But as we progress in our discussion for today, we will learn, okay, which should we believe in, okay, which account should we believe in. And at the end of our discussion, okay, I will be sharing to you the resolution made by the National Commission, made by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, or the NHCP, because they already had a decision or a resolution as regards the real place where the first Mass in the Philippines took place. So aside from that, the account of Pigafetta also mentioned that after the Mass, in March 31, 1521, Easter Sunday, the party went up a little hill and planted a wooden cross upon its summit. Okay, so it was in a little hill that a wooden cross was planted to signify that the whole island has been converted into Christianity, and that the whole island was named after the King of Spain, okay, who was King Philip then. So these are the important articulations in Pigafetta's account. Now, there are also accounts such as that of Father Francisco Collins and Father Francisco Combes' account. Okay, now you look at the picture I put here. It's a picture, or it's a map of Agusan del Norte, okay, where Butuan could be located, and where Masao, okay, is situated. Now, in Collins and Combes' account, okay, they said, okay, that the site of the first Mass was in Butuan, Agusan del Norte, and this claim, okay, this claim has been believed by the Filipinos, has been believed by many, okay, for 3 centuries. That is 17th, 18th, and 19th century. So, ito yung kanilang paniniwalaan noon. At nakabase ang kanilang paniniwala ng unang misa sa Pilipinas ay nangyari nga sa Butuan, Agusan del Norte, particularly Masao, or known as Magallanes now in Agusan, in Butuan, Agusan del Norte. So the two priests who are Collins and Combes, these are two priests who worked as missionaries and wrote their accounts based on second-hand information. We have to take note of that. That Collins and Combes' account of the site of the first mass in the Philippines was purely based on a second-hand information. Okay? Their account has a strong influence over succeeding historians who quoted their narratives. Okay. During the time of Collins and Combes, it was only their account, who is locally available in the Philippines, okay, that would tell about the first mass in the Philippines, the first mass in the country. Hence, most of the Filipinos during these centuries, 17th to 19th century, believed that indeed Butuan is the site of the first mass. Now, particularly, what are the things being mentioned by Collins in his account? Please take note that Collins' account is insufficient. Okay? Anong ibig kong sabihin na insufficient? Ibig sabihin nito, lahat na mabinanggit ni Collins doon sa kanyang panulat tungkol sa pinangyarihan ng unang misa sa Pilipinas ay hindi kumpleto ang kanyang pagkakatalakay, hindi kumpleto ang kanyang pagkakasalaysay. Okay? Bakit? Okay? Dahil kung ikumpara natin siya doon sa salaysay ni Pigafetta, ay maraming mga mahalagang bagay na hindi nabanggit ni Collins doon sa kanyang panulat. Okay? But we also have to look into the good thing, into the valuable information being provided by Father Collins. And what is the valuable information being provided by him? He said in his account that the first Mass celebration have taken place in Butuan on Easter Sunday of 1521 with the solemn planting of the cross and the formal taking or possession of the islands in the name of the Crown of Castile. The Crown of Castile that we are referring here is the crown of the Spanish monarch, okay, the Spanish monarchy. Okay? So ito yung napakahalagang binanggit ni Collins doon sa kanyang account na nagkaroon nga ng Mass celebration, Holy Eucharistic celebration sa Butuan at Sunday ito nangyari. Now, how about for Combes' account? Okay, for Combes' account, okay, the account made mention is that Magellan landed at Butuan and planted the cross in solemn ceremony. So this is a very important information that we have to know according to Combes. Magellan's team landed at Butuan, and later on we will learn that there are accounts that would tell, that Magellan's team or expedition did not really land in Butuan. Kasi tignan natin mamaya kung ano yung katotohanan. And Combes, okay, in Combes' account, there was no mention of the first Mass. But the other two events in Pigafetta's account were mentioned. Okay, so wala siyang binanggit tungkol doon sa misa, doon sa account ni Combes, ngunit nabanggit niya o naisalaysay niya ang dalawa pang mahalagang pangyayari, okay, na akma doon sa sinabi ni Pigafetta. At ano ang mga ito? The planting of the cross and the formal claiming of the archipelago. Please take note that these are the three important events, okay, Pigafetta has narrated in his account. The Mass, the Holy Eucharistic celebration during the Easter Sunday, the planting of the cross, and the formal claiming of the archipelago. Okay? Now, we have to look into the evidence in favor of Limasawa. Because after the 19th century, nagbago. Okay? Nagbago ang pananaw, nagbago ang paniniwala ng mga tao. So because it was the 3 centuries that Butuan has been believed to be the site of the first Mass. But after the 19th century, at dahil may mga naglabas ng mga libro tungkol sa unang pinangyarihan ng unang misa sa Pilipinas, just like that of Robertson, and the actual translation of Pigafetta's account and that of Albo, na bago yung paniniwala ng tao. Sabi nila ngayon, hindi pala talaga sa Butuan nangyari ang nasabing unang misa, kundi nangyari sa Limasawa na isang isla sa Leyte. Okay? Ito, this is Southern Leyte. This one, the one in yellow, and this is Limasawa, an island in Southern Leyte. Okay, now these are the important documents that would testify, okay, that would testify that the site of the first mass is in favor with that of Limasawa, Southern Leyte. The evidence of Albos Logbook and the evidence of Piga Feta, and of course the summary of evidence of Albo and Piga Feta, and the last evidence is a confirmatory evidence from the Legazpi expedition, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi expedition. So these are the four things that we have to consider to check whether Limasawa is the real place or the real site of the first mass in the Philippines. Now, what was cited in Albo's logbook? Okay, Albo was very clear. Okay, in your reading, who is Albo? May I request someone to answer my question? In your reading, who is Albo? Anyone? Anyone from class who would like to answer the question? Who is Albo?
Sir, I think he's the pilot on Magellan's ship.
Okay, very good. And who answered the question? May I know? Because I cannot see the Google Meet interface. Who answered the question?
Regeline, sir.
Regeline. Okay, Miss Esquivel. Thank you for answering that. Yeah, that's right. Albo is the pilot of Magellan's expedition. And as the pilot, he has also to record, all places that they would, all places which they have, which they were able to navigate, so that he could be able, or the team could be able to document, the said voyage or the said expedition. So Albo's logbook particularly stated, the longitudinal or latitudinal location of the island of Limasawa. When we say the latitudinal and longitudinal location, we're referring to the absolute location of the said island. Okay, he said that Masawa lies at latitude of 9 2/3 degrees north, and it fits the location of a small island. And that articulation of Albo would clearly tell us that that absolute location being mentioned in his account directly fits the location of the small island of Limasawa, south of Leyte. And said island southern tip is at 90.54 degree north. Okay, so 9 2/3. 90 2/3 is quite near to 90.54 degree north. Only the planting of the cross upon a mountain top, which could be seen 3 islands to the west and southwest, was mentioned. So in Albo's logbook, he also mentioned there that the hill where the wooden cross has been planted, if you would stand on that hill, then you could be able to see 3 islands, in its west and southwest area. Tingnan natin mamaya kung ano yung lugar, kung ano yung islang iyon, na kapag nandun ka sa islang iyon ay makikita mo ang tatlong isla sa kanyang kanluran at sa kanyang timog kanlurang bahagi. Okay, west or southwest region. And this description also fits Limasawa. Because if we will look into the map of Butuan, then we will not see any island at the southern part of Butuan. Because the southern part of Butuan is a landlocked area. Ano ibig sabihin ng landlocked area? Ibig sabihin, walang walang anyong tubig nandoon, hindi dagat ang nasa timog na bahagi ng Butuan, kundi mga iba pang mga probinsya. So, the pro-Butuan claims, okay, is not incongruent with Albo's logbook of where the first mass took place. Now, this is the Philippine map. We check. Okay, this is the Philippine map. Okay, as we have said, okay, this is where Southern Leyte is. Okay, Southern Leyte. Ito yung makikita yung Samar Leyte yan. This one is Leyte. Should I say Leyte? Okay, and this is where, nakikita nyo yung cursor, and this is where Limasawa is. Okay, this is Limasawa. Now, this is Negros. This is Agusan del Norte. This is Butuan. Okay, so the absolute location, as mentioned by Albo, would fit this island. This is small island or tiny island, which is called Limasawa. Okay, it does not fit Butuan at all because first and foremost, okay, island naman yung Masao dito part. Island siya. Pero, okay, the second description of Albo would already allow us to question the pro-Butuan account. Okay, the pro-Butuan account. When I say pro-Butuan account, these accounts are in favor of Butuan as the site of the first mass. Look at this. The second description of Albo is, if you are on the hill of that tiny island, in its west and southwest, sa kanyang timog at sa kanyang timog kanlurang bahagi, ay makikita ang tatlong isla. Look at Limasawa now. So in the western part of Limasawa, this is west. Okay, in your facing the picture, your west is your left. Your west is the left part. So you would see that you could be able to see 3 islands. Tama ho ba ako? West is we have Bohol, tama? We have Bohol on the west, and its southwest is this one, Mambadyao, and the other one is Siquijor. So this would tell us that the account of Albo, okay, that the account of Albo, the description of Albo as regards the site of the first mass, indeed fits that of Limasawa. Okay? Other than that, we have to study this. In Pigafetta's account, the testimony as regards the route taken by the expedition from the Pacific Ocean to Cebu. So meaning to say, it's really pointing out to Limasawa. If Pigafetta's account would tell us that the route is from Pacific Ocean going to Cebu, then certainly madadaanan niya ang Limasawa. Look at this. This is Pacific Ocean, and if the route of Magellan of Pigafetta, okay, is from Pacific Ocean going to Cebu, because they went to Cebu, they were able to visit Cebu, okay, or Cebu that time. Okay, kung makikita natin ang Limasawa Homonhon theory, then that would tell us that indeed, okay, the site of the first mass is in Leyte. Okay, kasi madadaanan talaga nila ang Southern Leyte or even Northern Leyte. Okay? So that's the description. The Limasawa Mindanao theory, okay, this one will not fit really. Later, we will try to understand the details of these claims. Okay? Next, the evidence of Pigafetta's map. Okay, there's a map given by Pigafetta. Okay? Tapos makikita natin doon sa map na talagang yun ang kanilang ruta. At hindi sila humantong o hindi sila dumating sa Mindanao part ng Pilipinas. And of course, the presence of 2 native kings and the events of the 7 days at the island of Mazawa. Because they stayed 7 days prior to their expedition to Cebu or Zugbu. Okay? And an argument from omission. At sinasabi naman nila, sinasabi ng Butuan account na sinasabi nila na ng pro Limasawa, ang sabi nila, malamang ang pangalan ay Limasawa, tapos dun sa pagsusulat ay na-omit na lang yung na-omit yung li, kaya tinawag na Mazawa yung lugar. Okay, that's argument from omission. Now, what is common in Albo and Pigafetta's account? Okay, the common in Albo and Pigafetta's account is the itinerary of Magellan's expedition show that they did not go to Butuan or any other point on the Mindanao coast. Okay? Please take note that Combes and Collins' accounts were merely based on secondary source, while Albo and Pigafetta's accounts are considered as primary sources. Why? Because as we have said, in the definition of primary sources, the writer of the producer or writer of that source, okay, has to be an eyewitness, has to be a direct player during the said event. And who are the direct players? Pigafetta and Albo themselves. The survivors of the expedition went to Mindanao later, but after Magellan's death. Please take note of that. Magellan's team was able to conduct the mass first prior to his death. And Magellan's survivors of his expedition were able to visit Mindanao only after the death of Magellan. So napaka-imposible na ang misa ay nangyari sa Butuan. Now, the Legazpi's expedition confirmed that the site of the first mass didn't take place in Butuan, but it actually took place at Limasawa, southern Leyte. Mazawa was confirmed to be an island near Leyte and Panaon. Panaon is Panay, while Butuan was on the island of Mindanao. The two were entirely different places and in no way identical. Okay, because the geographical location itself, okay, the topography itself of both islands are two different topographies, are two different geographies. The geography of Mazawa confirms the description of Pigafetta. Okay, what was the description of Pigafetta? The two descriptions of Albo, okay, fit Limasawa. But aside from the descriptions of Albo, even the descriptions provided by Pigafetta also fit that of Limasawa. The island is shaped like a tadpole, running north to south. Running north to south. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay, look at this. May we see, ha? Okay, this is Limasawa. Okay? The description of Pigafetta said, it is shaped like a tadpole. Look at the shape of Limasawa in this map. Okay? And it runs north to south. Remember that remember that the Philippines is located above the equator. Okay? Above the equator. And if Magellan's expedition came from the Pacific Ocean in this part, then certainly their route is from north to south. Okay? Meaning to say, they went to Leyte first, to the mainland Leyte, prior to their expedition going down to Limasawa Island. It also, Magellan, or Pigafetta, should I say, also described that the northern portion of that island, of the tadpole-like island, is almost all hills and its slopes dropping steeply to the sea, leaving only a narrow coastal strip. So please look at this. Okay? On the southern part, in the northernmost part of portion of this island, okay, is a sea. This is a sea. Okay? It's a sea. Okay, so tama yung description ni Pigafetta. The southern portion of the island it's almost all level land. This one, all level land with a few hills. It has a good harbor and the fields of the island are fertile. Okay, that's fine. Here, the mass could have been conducted with solemnity, and on one of the hills, the cross could have been planted, which everyone could see from the plain. So this area, okay, the southernmost part of Limasawa, it is where one of the hills here may be the hill where the wooden cross has been planted. Okay? Okay, so before we continue our discussion, any question as regards to the discussion on Combes account and that of the accounts that would support Limasawa as the site of the first mass? Any question? Any question, guys? Bago natin
sir.
may mga tanong ho ba? May mga bagong pumasok sa klase natin? Okay. Pasensya na kayo kung ngayon ko lang kayo ni-add kasi ayaw ko ma-istorbo yung aming talakayan kanina. So we have Fiola and we have Chirbet. Okay, okay, if you have questions and your connection is intermittent and weak, please make use of the chat box, okay, for you to type your question or point of clarification. Any clarification, any question as regards the early discussion or early content of our lesson? Okay, none. So may we now then continue our discussion. Okay, now, we proceed now to the resolution and investigation done or conducted by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines. This commission is a government agency, okay, that investigates any controversy as regards our history as a nation. So we have NHCPHIS. NHCPHIS stands for National Historical Commission of the Philippines. This agency was known before as National Historical Institute. Okay, but now it has changed to National Historical Commission of the Philippines. And here is the latest ruling of the said agency on the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass controversy. Okay, what was the investigation all about? Okay, I have with me an actual copy of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines resolution. Okay, resolution as regards the site of the first mass in the Philippines. Okay, it was in 2018. Okay, it was in 2018 that the Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines, okay, requested the National Historical Commission of the Philippines to re-examine the site of the first mass in the Philippines. And they said CBCP requested this to NHCP, okay, in commemoration of the 500th anniversary of the introduction of Christianity in the Philippines this coming 2021. Okay, magpa 500 years na kasi ang Christianity sa Pilipinas. So, dapat lang na malaman, dapat lamang or akma lamang na dapat nating investigahan kung alin nga ba o kung saan nga ba ang lugar na pinangyarihan ng unang misang Kristiyano sa Pilipinas. Because in March 2021, we will be celebrating the 500 years of Christianity in the Philippines. And every Christian would certainly consider the place of the first mass as significant and as valuable. Okay? Now, that was the request of the NHCP. Now, after the request, after receiving the request from CBCP by NHCP, it was in November 18 that NHCP created new panel of experts. Okay, the panel of experts, okay, consists of historians from well-known universities or from well-known universities and colleges in the Philippines. That, for example, those from University of Santo Tomas, University of the Philippines, De La Salle University, Ateneo de Manila. These are all well-known universities with experts in Philippine history. So they created a new panel of experts to re-examine, to investigate, okay, this controversy in Philippine history. In November 9, 2019, okay, the panel listened to the pro-Butuan proponents. So nakinig sila doon sa mga historiador, doon sa mga manunulat ng paniwala nila ay ang unang misa ay nangyari nga sa Butuan. Okay. In April 2019, the panel went to Tacloban to visit Limasawa. Okay. Now, balikan natin si November 9, 2019. Nung nakinig sila doon sa testimonya ng mga pro-Butuan proponents. Okay. So there were okay, November 9, they listened to proponents such as Dr. Malvar and Mr. Atega, okay, to discuss their position papers as regards Butuan, okay, serving as the site of the first mass. So nakinig po sila. Okay. Then on April 2019, the panel went to Tacloban to visit Limasawa. Okay, so pumunta naman sila sa Limasawa, okay, at binisita ng mga members ng panel of examinees, panel of experts, yung Limasawa, kasi meron din mga pro-Limasawa account. So, the one who accompanied them in Limasawa is no other than Dr. Borinaga, who is also a pro-Limasawa writer. Okay. So, Borinaga explained that the mass took place in the western side of Limasawa and not on the eastern side. Yun ang in-explain ni Borinaga. Okay, why? Sabi niya, it's not actually in the eastern side where the mass was conducted, but it is in the western side. Bakit sa western side? Okay, dahil akma, kung nangyari ang misa sa eastern side ng Limasawa, then wala kang makikitang tatlong isla. Okay? Pero kung dito ka sa western part mangyari, tanaw mo ang tatlong isla na sinasabi ni Pigafetta sa kanyang account. So the team had a visit, okay, in Limasawa, and they proceeded to they went to the shrine of Barangay Magallanes. There's also Barangay Magallanes. There's Barangay Magallanes also in Butuan. Barangay Magallanes, and then proceeded to Barangay Triana to visit the site proposed by Dr. Borinaga. At first, they said that the mass took place at Barangay Magallanes. And Barangay Magallanes, okay, kapag doon ka sa Barangay Magallanes, wala kang makikita na tatlong isla sa western and southwest part ng Limasawa. But the proposal of Dr. Borinaga is to check, okay, Barangay Triana. So they visited Barangay Triana at the western part of Limasawa. And when the investigators or when the members of the panel or experts visited, climbed the Totoy Peak, okay, sa hill, Totoy Peak in Barangay Triana, nakakagulat at nakita nila ang tatlong isla na naisulat o na naitala ni Pigafetta. So, this made the experts, at first, immediately believe na pwede talaga na ang limasawa talaga ang pinangyarihan ng nasabing unang misa sa Pilipinas. Okay? Then after the visit in Tacloban, the panel in July 2019 visited Barangay Bawag, Magallanes, Agusan del Norte. So there's also Magallanes in Agusan del Norte. There's also Magallanes in Limasawa. So they visited this, and of course, when they visited the place, okay, may nakita silang monument already of the Easter Sunday Mass there. Okay, na inilagay ng mga tao dahil nga 3 century din na pinaniwalaan nila na doon nga nangyari ang unang misa. Now, we look at the details of the investigation made by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines. So we proceed first with the Ramusio and centuries-old Butuan tradition. Among pro-Butuan set of evidences that the panel examined were the numerous accounts written by non-eyewitnesses decades after 1521 Easter Sunday Mass. Again, as I have said a while back, all documents pertaining to Butuan as the site of the first Mass in the Philippines were based on non-eyewitnesses accounts. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga panulat na sumusuporta sa Butuan bilang pinangyarihan ng unang misa sa Pilipinas ay nakabase lamang, ay nakaangkla lamang sa mga panulat na hindi isinulat ng mismong mga tao na nandoon nung nangyari yung nasabing unang misa. Doon pa lamang makikita na natin na malamang hindi totoo ang mga accounts na ito. Ano tong mga accounts na ito? Ito yung mga pro-Butuan accounts. 1581 Edict of Bishop Domingo Salazar, the Annales Ecclesiasticos de Filipinas in 1574-1683, the 1896 Breves Reseña de Diócesis de Cebu, Father Francisco Collins Labor Evangelica, Ministerios Apostólicos de los Obreros de la Compañía de Jesús in 1663. We also have Father Francisco Combes Historia de Mindanao y Jolo. We also have Fray Gaspar de San Agustin Conquistas de las Islas Filipinas in 1698 and the 1872 Monument in Magallanes, Agusan del Norte, and other accounts written by American authors in the early part of the 20th century. So looking at the years where these accounts were written, then it would tell us that truly all these accounts were based on non-eyewitnesses accounts, because these were written decades after 1521. Look at 1581, no? 1521 pa nangyari yung Easter Sunday Mass. Now, the historiography of Butuan tradition was carefully analyzed by Miguel Bernard, Society of Jesus or Jesuit priest, in his article in Kinadman entitled Butuan or Limasawa, the site of the first Mass in the Philippines, a re-examination of the evidences. And by William Henry Scott in an article in the same journal entitled Why Then the Butuan Tradition. So, hinimay-himay ito. Yung mga pro-Butuan accounts, hinimay-himay ito ni Miguel Bernard S.J. sa kanyang panulat na pinamagatang Butuan or Limasawa, the site of the first Mass in the Philippines, a re-examination of the evidences. Now, ano ang resulta ng pag-aaral na ito ni Miguel Bernard? The tradition was the result of the resilience of early historians on Gian Battista Ramusio's 3-volume Del Navigazione and Viaggi, in 1550, and Maximilianus Transylvanus de Mollusis Insulis. Yung panulat ni Battista. Doon nakabase. But take note that Ramusio and Transylvanus recounted the voyage of Magellan Elcano expedition based on the accounts of the survivors. So, based on the accounts of the survivors, ang panulat ni Ramusio at ni Transylvanus. It became the most dominant and authoritative source of information and were used as basis of recounting some events connected to the first circumnavigation of the world, like the first mass in the Philippines. Scott agreed with historian Mauro Garcia that Ramusio's work was a garbled and mutilated summary of Pigafetta's original account. Ano ibig sabihin ng garbled and mutilated? Na hati-hati. Nakat, kumbaga. Yung version ni Garcia, yung version ni Ramusio. And it was, according to Scott, it was Ramusio, according to Scott, who mentioned Butuan as the site of the first mass, which was picked up by succeeding authors and became a long-standing tradition for 3 centuries. Tandaan po natin, though Ramusio based his work, his account, from the testimonies of the survivors of the expedition, of the Magellan-Elcano expedition, Scott in his analysis, Scott in his investigation, concluded that the account of Ramusio, okay, the account of Ramusio was garbled and mutilated summary of Pigafetta's account. Okay, ibig sabihin, paisa-isa, pahati-hati, hindi kompleto yung kanyang account tungkol sa first mass. And it was him who mentioned about Butuan na pinangyarihan ng nasabing misa. At dahil ito lamang ang available, yung account lamang ni Ramusio ang available ng mga panahon na iyon, ito kaagad ang pinaniwalaan ng maraming mga Pilipino, ng maraming mga mambabasa. Pigafetta later composed a more comprehensive version of the voyage. So si Pigafetta ngayon, okay, gumawa siya ng mas malawak, okay, na salaysay tungkol sa kanyang o tungkol sa ekspedisyon ni Magellan at ni Elcano. And this version, this comprehensive version, was published by Carlo Amoretti in 1800. And this is known now as the Andrea da Mosta transcription of Pigafetta's account. So, tinascribe po iyan. Okay, as itinablish po ni Carlo Amoretti. Ibig sabihin transcription, isinaling wika sa Ingles, isinaling wika sa lengguwahe na mauunawaan ng marami. Okay? Trinidad Pardo de Tavera and Pablo Pastel, mga Jesuit priests, were the first 2 scholars who revisited the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass using the latest and more comprehensive account of Pigafetta that became available only during their time. So, nung panahon lamang ni Tavera at ni Pastel na mga Jesuit priests, naging available yung comprehensive account ni Pigafetta. At ito ang kanilang inaral. At ano ang resulta ng kanilang pag-aaral dun sa account, dun sa comprehensive account ni Pigafetta? Pardo de Tavera wrote in El Comercio on March 31, 1895. He stated that the Butuan tradition was a mistake. Pastel, on his part, made a similar remark questioning the veracity, the truthfulness of the Butuan claim on the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass. While working on his edition of Collins' Labor Evangelica, he had the opportunity to study Pigafetta and at the same time the Book of Albo. And on his footnote, on the footnote of Pastel, and the footnote on Collins' account on the first Mass, ito ang sinabi ni Pastel. Magellan did not go to Butuan. Rather, from the island of Limasawa, he proceeded to Cebu. So the comprehensive account of Pigafetta, based on the study of Pastel, okay, would tell us now that Magellan's team went to Cebu from the island of Limasawa. So galing muna sila sa Limasawa, pero bago Limasawa, galing muna sa Leyte, Southern Leyte, then Limasawa, then after Limasawa, they went to Cebu. Now, it was also after the comprehensive account of Pigafetta that Robertson, a well-known writer of Philippine history, published an English translation of Pigafetta's manuscript in 1906 using the original Ambrosiana Codex. Well, what do you mean by codex? When we say codex, it's a methodology on how to, parang it's a process or a methodology on how to transcribe, on how to translate a certain account, a certain personal account. That's what we mean by codex. Okay, it is a manuscript book, especially of scripture, classics, or ancient annals. When we say codex, and it's a methodology on how to translate transcripts, how to translate old documents and others. He wrote that according to Pigafetta, sabi ni Robertson, the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass was held in an island called Mazawa. Robertson provided a footnote, ibig sabihin nasa baba ng mga panulat niya, that the present name of the place is Limasawa. In 1969, Skelton also came out with an English translation of the Nancy Codex of the manuscript, and noted that the mass took place in an island which Pigafetta called Mazawa, and he also identified Limasawa as its current name. Now, Pardo de Tavera's correction from the Mosta transcription, Pastel's footnote on Colin, Robertson's translation of the Ambrosiana Codex, and Skelton's translation of the Nancy Codex may be considered the main reasons for the shift in scholarly opinion regarding the site of the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass. Itong mga pag-aaral na Tavera, ni Pastel, ni Robertson, ang naging basehan ni Skelton, ang naging basehan ngayon ng pagbabago ng paniniwala, ng pagbabago ng lugar kung saan nangyari ang unang misa. Sa 3 century naniniwala tayo na sa Butuan nangyari, pero at the end of the day, because of the comprehensive account of Pigafetta, scholars now shifted their belief from Butuan tradition to Limasawa tradition. Okay? So these are all the things that we have to consider. Okay? Ang sabi nila, other issues as regards the site of the first mass, ang sabi daw nila na baka itinago lamang, okay? Baka itinago lang daw yung route, okay? Na papuntang Butuan, na pumunta siya sa Butuan, kaya nabanggit daw ay Limasawa, kasi daw kapag nabanggit ang Limasawa, baka daw mahulaan ng mga ibang mga voyagers, ng mga iba pang mga explorador, ang lugar kung saan matatagpuan ng mga spices. Kaya tinago daw nila ang Limasawa. Okay? Kaya tinago daw nila ang Butuan, should I say. Kaya ang binanggit lang daw nila ay Limasawa dun sa kanilang account dahil natatakot sila na madiskubre daw ang Butuan dahil ang Butuan daw ay mayaman sa spices. Yun naman siya sabi ng mga ibang mga historian. Pero hindi rin totoo iyon. Dahil kung tinago nila ang ruta nila, then paanong nalaman ng mga iba pang mga sumunod na explorador ang Pilipinas at even the Spice Island? Okay? The Ambrosiana and Nancy Codex transcription, hindi natin tatalakayin yan. Reading the coordinates, of course we said that when we read the coordinates, then it clearly points out to Limasawa as the island. Geomorphic changes, okay, mga pagbabago sa topografiya, sa geografiya ng lugar, okay? Kasi sinasabi nila na paanong sa Limasawa nangyari ang unang misa at 7 days sila natili doon. Paano sila mag-survive? Hindi naman maunlad at hindi naman progresibo ang nasabing lugar. Unlike yung Butuan na merong trade na nangyayari, na merong kalakalang nangyayari. Ang contention ng iba, pwedeng nagbago ang topografiya ng Limasawa kumpara noong una na pumunta doon ang mga Kastila. Limasawa had no provisions of spices, only Butuan daw merong spices. This is also wrong because the whole of the Philippines is rich of different spices, not only that of Butuan, but also Limasawa. But the panel of experts suggested that maybe we have to undergo investigation and studies regards Butuan. Because Butuan, okay, is is a pre-colonial trading center based on the investigation. But not necessarily na siya ang site ng first mass sa Pilipinas. So yun ang naging contention ng mga panel of experts. At the end, okay, the experts, the NHCP through its panel of experts believe that Limasawa Island, Southern Leyte, be sustained as the site of the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass. So, sabi nila, based on our investigation, okay, we sustain that Limasawa is the site of the 1521 Easter Sunday Mass in the Philippines, as presented by the different documents and different evidences during their investigation. Okay? So sa March 5th, 2021 is our 500 year of Christianity in the Philippines. Okay? So before we proceed to our next discussion, any question on this account? Any question on this lesson as regards to this lesson, should I say?
None, sir.
None. Okay. Based on your readings pala, okay, kanino kayo naniniwala? Sa Butuan o sa Limasawa? O sige, habang pinag-isipan niyan, kuha lang ko ng tubig ko, ha? Okay, now we proceed now. Any question or any answer to the question I posted a while back? We have 11 or 10, 10 students in class. You might want to ask any clarification or any supplement if you want to. You might have read another account. You might have read a document to clearly explain this controversy. You might want to share that in class. Angel, you might want to share something. Ezekiel, Fiorina, Jeanette, Joanna, Kisha, Christine, Regeline, Riza, and Ruby. Any supplement to the discussion? Again, you might have read a certain resource or a certain text as regards to this controversy that you might want to add to enrich our discussion. Okay, since no one is responding, then I presume that that you don't have anything to clarify, you don't have anything to supplement, you don't have anything to share in class to enrich our discussion. If your connection is intermittent and weak, you may make use of the chat box for you to share your insights as regards the lesson. Okay. No one, so we proceed now to the second document, okay? To the second document, and that is the Cavite Mutiny.